last argument I most often hear is NATO enlargement may assist the nationalists and the communists in Russia and draw new dividing lines in Europe. And this is going to embolden all those forces in Russia that we do not want to see emboldened. These are legitimate assertions that I think have to be answered and will be the subject of debate on the Senate floor. I would submit, first of all, without minimizing the importance of Asia or Latin America, that Europe remains a vital area of interest for the United States for political, strategic, and economic and cultural reasons. Some might ask why the Europeans can't take care of their own problems. Well, life's not fair. And Europe, in my view, and I'm going to get in trouble for saying this, has not developed a degree of political maturation of the continent where they are likely to be able to settle their serious problems on the continent without, at least an interlocutor, and in most cases, a very firm and strong voice from the United States. Put simply, it's in the vital interest of the United States that stability be preserved in Europe in order for us to be able to play the constructive role in Latin America and in the Pacific Rim and the rest of the world. Now, how does this translate into 1997 terms? It means that we must lead Europe to create what is called in current policy jargon a new security architecture. The Kremlin's public opposition to enlargement, in my view, is largely a question of a psychological problem they are undergoing now, connected with the loss of empire, wounded pride, and most importantly, uncertainty about Russia's place in the world of the 21st century. Our conversation was gone off, was repeated with Lebed. They talked about they don't want this NATO expansion, they know it's not in their security interests, and on, and said, well, and if you do that, we may have to look to China. And I couldn't help using the colloquial expression for good luck. And if that doesn't work, try Iran. No one that I know who is even mildly informed believes that the Russian army is posed to pour through the Fulda Gap in Germany, NATO's horror scenario for the previous 40 years. The Russian army is in such pitiful shape that couldn't even, obviously could not even reconquer Chechnya as part of the Russian Federation. I think the one place where the greatest consternation would be caused in the short term, in terms of NATO-Russian, U.S.-Russian relations, would be to admit the Baltic states now, and if there was ever anything that was going to tip the balance, were it to be tipped in terms of a vigorous and hostile reaction, I don't mean military, in Russia, it would be that. So, in my view, they can and will be admitted. In my view, it relates, though, to the calculus of how well we do the first piece and the reaction and the continued democratization and market economy in Russia. I thank you all very, very much for allowing me to speak to you.